Good morning, students. In this video, we are going to discuss about NEET and KCET level coaching part from the chapter Cell the Unit of Life, subtopics mitochondria and plastids. Okay, now let's enter into today's session. First question: choose the organelle which is variable depending on the physiological activity of the cells in terms of number. Let's see options. Option A, chloroplast; B, mitochondria; C, centriole; D, ribosomes. So correct answer for this question is mitochondria. You know, students, as we learned in previous class, mitochondria. So this mitochondria is having speciality in plant cells and animal cells. So the number of mitochondria per cell is variable depending upon physiological activities of the cells. So they may be vary from one cell to another cell. Understood? So now let us go to second question. Identify the cell organelle which is in sausage shape. Options: cytoskeleton; B, nucleus; C, lysosomes; D, mitochondria. So the correct answer for this question is option D, mitochondria. Understand? So how come it is possible? And generally mitochondria is having one specific shape. It is nothing but cylindrical or sausage shaped. Understood? And the sizes also can be discussed here. Diameter 0.2 to 1.0 μm, average 0.5 μm, and length is 1.0 to 4.1 μm. Understand? So it is having sausage shaped. Hope you understood. Now the correct answer for this question is option D, mitochondria. Third question, next question. Pick out the double membrane bound organelle from the given below. Options: A, mitochondria; B, nucleus; C, chloroplast; D, all the above. The correct answer for this question is option D, all the above. Because students, as we learn in previous classes, mitochondria, nucleus, chloroplast, all these are double membrane bound cell organelles in animal cells and plant cells respectively. Understood? This point is very important for competitive examinations like NEET and KCET. Next, fourth question. Matrix another name is: A, outer membrane; B, outer compartment; C, inner membrane; D, inner compartment. Students, as we learn, mitochondria is a double membrane bound cell organelle, outer membrane and inner membrane. It is having space between the two membranes called as intermembrane space. At the same time, the whole mitochondrion divided into two compartments, outer compartment and inner compartment. Then both the compartments are having one specific nature, aqueous nature. So two aqueous compartments. So inner compartment especially called here as matrix. This is very important. They asked in previous NEET examination. So the correct answer is option D, inner compartment is the another name for matrix of the mitochondria. Now fifth question. The inner membrane forms a number of enfoldings called as. Just now we had a discussion. Mitochondria is a double membrane bound cell organelle. The inner membrane of mitochondria forming continuous limiting boundary of the cell organelle is the duty of outer membrane, right? But what about inner membrane? The inner membrane also forms a number of enfoldings called cristae, singular crista. Understand? So those are helps to increase the surface area. What are those? Cristae or crista. Understand? So the correct answer is nothing but option A, cristae, enfoldings of inner membrane of mitochondrion. Next, sixth question. Find out the role of cristae from the given options. Decreases the surface area, increases the surface area; C, having own specific enzymes; D, both B and C. So we need to identify the correct function of cristae from these four options. As we discussed just now, increases the surface area. B option is correct. Then can we check once again, is there any option is correct here? Yeah, let's see. C option, having own specific enzymes. You know, students, outer membrane and inner membrane are having their own specific enzymes. Those enzymes are associating with the functions of mitochondria. Understand? So C option is also correct. So with this context, D option, both B and C are correct. Understood? Now coming to seventh question. Choose the site for the aerobic respiration in the plant and animal cells. First of all, what is meant by aerobic respiration? As we learned in previous video, definition for aerobic respiration is the respiration which takes place with the help of oxygen is called as aerobic respiration. It means inspiration, understand, or inhalation. Then this aerobic respiration is also called as cellular respiration. The respiration which takes place at cell level is called as cellular respiration. Now for this respiration there is an important site we need to find out. Let us see options first of all. A. Cytoskeleton, B. Nucleus, C. Lysosome, D. Mitochondria. So none other than the correct answer is D. Mitochondria. Next, eighth question. Choose the correct statement from the given below. Here they have given two statements, statement 1 and statement 2. We need to identify which statement is correct. Okay, now let's see statement 1. Mitochondria produces cellular energy in the form of ATP. Is this statement is correct? Yes, this is absolutely correct. Then statement 2. Hence they are called powerhouses of the cell. They means here mitochondria. Is this correct? Yes, statement 2 is also absolutely correct. So let's see options. Option A, only statement 1 is correct. B, only statement 2 is correct. C, both the statements are correct. D, both the statements are incorrect. So students here, C option, both the statements are correct here. Understand? Explanation for this question. As we discussed, mitochondria is the site for aerobic respiration or cellular respiration, producing energy. What kind of energy? The energy is called as cellular energy. That cellular energy is in the form of ATP. Full form for ATP is adenosine triphosphate. So since it is producing cellular energy in the form of ATP, that mitochondria is popularized as powerhouses of the cell. Understood? Now going to next question, ninth question. The matrix possesses the following genetic material. You know students, just now we had a discussion in above question. The inner compartment is called as matrix. Matrix is having specific nature. So now let us see what are those. Option A, circular DNA molecule. B, RNA molecules. C, double stranded DNA molecule. D, both A and B. So the matrix of mitochondria possesses these. What are those? Circular DNA is present, that too single circular DNA molecule is present. At the same time, a few RNA molecules are also present. Right? So with these A and B statements are correct. So under D option is correct here. Understand? Now coming to 10th question. Choose the type of ribosomes in the mitochondria. So now let us see options. Option A 70S, B 80S, C 60S, D 90S. So the correct answer for this question is option A 70S. What are the subunits in 70S type of ribosomes? 50S and 30S. Smallest subunit is 30S and largest subunit is 50S. S stands for sedimentation coefficient or Swedberg units, discovered by Swedberg. Understand? Hope you understood the explanation for this question. Now going to 11th question. Name the type of division in mitochondria. A. Conjugation, B. Fission, C. Sporulation, D. All the above. You know students, mitochondria is also called by the scientists as Semi-autonomous cell organelle. Generally, a cell can divide into two daughter cells, right? This part we already discussed. But here, mitochondria being a cell organelle, it can also divide and produces two daughter mitochondrion. How come it is possible? Yeah, it is possible due to presence of genetic material in it. So what is that method? The method is fission, F-I-S-S-I-O-N. Fission means division. Understand? So the correct option is option B. Hope you understood the explanation for this question. Now going to 12th question. Pick out the colorless plastids from the given below. Let us see what are those. A. Chloroplasts. B. Chromoplasts. C. Leucoplasts. D. All the above. So the colorless plastids in the leaf is nothing but called as leucoplasts. Students, chloroplasts are containing chlorophyll and carotenoid pigments, and which are responsible for light energy and trapping the light energy and converting the light energy into chemical energy, which is very essential for the process of photosynthesis. So their duty is nothing but performing photosynthesis. Next, chromoplasts. Chromoplasts contains fat soluble carotenoid pigments like carotene, xanthophylls and other pigments also. So this gives the part of the plant to yellow, orange or red color. Understand? Then what about leucoplasts? Leucoplasts are the colorless plastids. They are varied shapes and sizes with the stored nutrients. So the correct option is nothing but option C. Next, matching type question. Match the column 1 with column 2. In column 1, some structures are given. In column 2, their respective role or event is given. Let us match. Chloroplasts. Chloroplasts, just now we had a discussion matching with the chlorophyll in the column 2. So A is matching with the Roman number 3 chlorophyll because chloroplasts consisting chlorophyll. Next, chromoplasts. Chromoplasts consisting, just now we had a discussion, carotenoid and xanthophylls. So chromoplasts matching with Roman number 1 carotene and xanthophylls. Next, leucoplasts. Leucoplasts are nothing but colorless plastids. So alphabet C, leucoplasts matching with the Roman number 2 colorless plastids. Next, amyloplasts. Amyloplasts helps to store starch or carbohydrates under leukocytes category. So amyloplast D is matching with the Roman number 5. Next, elaioplasts. So this elaioplast helps to store the oils and fats. So matching with the Roman number 4. So the correct answer for this question is option B. Understand? A is matching with the 3, B is matching with the 1, C is matching with the 2, D is matching with the 5, E is matching with the 4. Right? Hope you understood explanation for this question. Now going to 14th question. Aleuroplasts, these are also called as proteinioplasts, helps in store. What are those? Let us see options. Carbohydrates, B proteins, C oils, D all the above. The correct answer for this question is proteins. Aleuroplasts helps in storage of proteins. We can see these in plants like grams and beans, pulses, etc. So these are also called as proteinioplasts. Understood? Now coming to 15th question. In majority of the green plants, chloroplasts are present in option A, mesophyll cells, B, secondary phloem, C, secondary xylem, D, sclerenchyma. Students, in majority of the plants, chloroplasts are present in mesophyll cells of the leaves. Understand? So, but these chloroplasts are vary in shapes. We'll tell you one extra information which is very important for NEET examination. These chloroplasts, few are in lens shaped, few are in oval shaped, few are in spherical shaped, few are in discoid, and few are even in ribbon like structures also. And these organelles, chloroplasts are having variability even in sizes also, not only in shapes. Length 5.10 mm and width is 2.4 mm. Width is 2.4 mm. Understand? So I repeat once again. Length is 5.10 mm and width is 2.4 mm. So this is the important information regarding chloroplasts, different shapes and sizes. So the correct option is mesophyll cells of leaves. Understand? Now coming to 16th question. Green alga contains chloroplasts. How many in number? Now let us see options. Option A 20 to 40 per cell. B 20 to 20, 10 to 20 per cell. C 20 to 30 per cell. D 10 to 40 per cell. Green algae consisting chlorophyll in the chloroplast. As we learn, chlorophyll is present in the thylakoids. This is because they are green in color, meant for photosynthesis process by trapping this solar energy and converting into chemical energy, producing the starch or carbohydrates by a process called as photosynthesis. But these chloroplasts number is also vary from one cell to another cell. In a mesophyll cell of leaf is consisting 20 to 40 chloroplasts per cell. Understood? So the correct option is option A. Hope you understood the explanation for this question. Now going to 17th question. Name the number of organized flattened membranous sacs in the chloroplasts. What are those? Let us see options. A. Stroma. B. Thylakoids. C. Grana. D. Ribosomes. So the correct option for this question is thylakoids. Students, I will explain this one. Listen to me very carefully. A number of organized flattened membranous sacs are called thylakoids, are present in the stroma. Understand? And thylakoids are arranged in stalks like piles of coins called grana. Piles of coin called grana. Understand? Singular granum, or also called as intergranal thylakoids. Intergranal thylakoids. Then I will tell you one more important point for NEET examination. In addition, there are flat membranous tubules called the stroma lamella. Then what is the role of stroma lamella? Connecting the thylakoids of different grana. It helps to connect the thylakoids of the different grana in the stroma. Understand? So the membrane of the thylakoids enclose a space called as lumen. This point is also very important for NEET examination. And one more point. The stroma of the chloroplast contains enzymes required for the synthesis of carbohydrates and proteins. Hope you understood this explanation. Now going to 18th question. Stroma in plant cells has A. Enzymes, B. Double stranded circular DNA, C. Ribosomes, D. All the above. So the correct answer for this question is all the above. Students, stroma is a space which is present in the chloroplast below the inner chloroplast membrane, and in this stroma there are some structures. What are those? Let us see. Double stranded circular DNA molecule, double stranded circular DNA molecule, and ribosomes are also present, and enzymes which are meant for synthesis of carbohydrates and proteins also. Understand? So this is very important concept for NEET examination. Please remember. So all the above options are correct for 18th question. Next, 19th question. Find out the irrelevant one regarding chloroplasts. Let us see options. Membranous tubules called stroma lamella. Just now we had a discussion. So A is correct, relevant to the chloroplasts. Next, ribosomes, ATS. This is absolutely wrong. Ribosomes in the chloroplasts are 70S. Smallest subunit is 30S and the largest subunit is 50S. So ribosomes are not 80S, they are 70S type. Understand? S stands for sedimentation coefficient or Swedberg units, discovered by Swedberg scientist. So B is irrelevant to chloroplasts. Okay, now let us see C and D also. Piles of coins which are called as grana, singular granum. Thylakoids are arranged in stalks like piles of coins called grana, singular granum, or the intergranal thylakoids. So C pair is also relevant to the chloroplast. Next, the space which is present in the chloroplast is called as stroma. So D pair is also relevant to the chloroplast. So then what is the correct answer? Ribosomes 80S is irrelevant. Then what must be the correct answer? Ribosome 70S. Hope you understood this 19th question. Now going to last question in this session. Chloroplasts are one per cell in this following organism. What are those? Let us see options. Option A, Volvax. Option B, Chlamydomonas. Option C, Spirogyra. Option D, Eulothrix. The correct answer for this question is option B, Chlamydomonas. Students, as I mentioned earlier, chloroplast shape is vary. I repeat once again, what are those shapes? Lens shape, oval shape, spherical shape, discoid shape, ribbon shape, etc. Then sizes also. Length is 5 to 10 mm, width is 2 to 4 mm. At the same time, number of the chloroplasts also vary from one to another. A mesophyll cell having 20 to 40 chloroplasts in it. It means green alga. Green alga consisting 20 to 40 chloroplasts per cell. But Chlamydomonas is having only one chloroplast in it. Since Chlamydomonas is unicellular or single cellular organism, in that only one chloroplast is present. So one per cell chloroplast category, the example is nothing but Chlamydomonas. Very important for NEET examination. Friends, with this question I conclude this video. Hope you understood. Thank you one and all.